Imagine yourself sitting by a window at dawn, the world still soft and quiet, a cup of tea warming your hands. Outside, the first light touches the leaves, and for a fleeting moment, you feel a flicker of something. Hope, perhaps, or a longing for a life that feels more like yours. But then your phone buzzes, pulling you back to a reality of overflowing inboxes, endless to-do lists, and the nagging sense that you're running in place. You're not alone in this. The modern world is a whirlwind, tugging you toward more achievements, more possessions, more validation, while leaving you feeling less grounded, less clear, less alive. What if right now you could reclaim that fleeting spark? What if there's a way to live your dream life, not as a distant fantasy, but as a vibrant, intentional reality woven into each day? This is the promise of Ikigai, Japan's timeless secret to a life of purpose and joy. Ikigai isn't about chasing perfection or escaping your responsibilities. It's about discovering what makes your heart sing and aligning your life with that quiet, powerful truth. It's a philosophy that meets you where you are, offering a path to simplicity, meaning, and fulfillment in a world that often feels overwhelming. Let's embark on this journey together, exploring how Ikigai can transform your days into a tapestry of purpose, helping you live the life you've always dreamed of, starting now. Ikigai, pronounced Ikigai, is a Japanese concept that marries Iki, life living, with Gai, value worth, translating to a reason for being or the joy of living. It's deeply rooted in the culture of Okinawa, a place celebrated for its residents' longevity and zest for life, where Ikigai is less a formal theory and more a lived experience. Unlike Western ideals of purpose, which often fixate on a single monumental goal, Ikigai is expansive yet intimate, found in the small daily acts that bring you alive, savoring a morning walk, crafting something with your hands, or sharing laughter with a friend. Its philosophical roots draw from Zen Buddhism and Shinto, which emphasize presence, gratitude, and harmony with the world. Picture Ikigai as a compass, guiding you to the intersection of four vital elements: what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. At this crossroads lies your Ikigai, a unique blend of passion, skill, service, and sustainability that feels like freedom. But Ikigai is more than a framework. It's a mindset, a way of seeing every moment as an opportunity to live with intention, to declutter your life of what doesn't matter and embrace what does. Why does Ikigai feel so urgent in today's world? You know the weight of modern life, the relentless ping of notifications, the pressure to keep up with curated social media feeds, the exhaustion of juggling work, family, and personal dreams. Consumerism bombards you with promises that the next purchase, a new phone, a bigger car, will fill the void, but it never does. Financial anxiety creeps in as bills mount and savings seem out of reach, whispering that you're not doing enough. Digital distraction steals your focus, pulling you into hours of mindless scrolling when you meant to rest or connect. Beneath these surface struggles lies a deeper one, a sense of disconnection, a lack of clarity, a quiet question that haunts you in still moments. What am I really here for? Ikigai offers a lifeline, not by promising an escape, but by helping you reframe your life. It's a minimalist approach to meaning, a way to declutter your mind, time, and priorities, focusing on what truly sparks joy. It's about finding abundance not in excess, but in the essential, the moments, choices, and connections that make you feel whole. Consider the story of Maya, a 41-year-old nurse who felt like she was living on autopilot. Her job was demanding, her evenings consumed by chores and worry about her family's finances. She loved photography but hadn't picked up her camera in years, dismissing it as a frivolous hobby. She felt stuck, disconnected from the vibrant person she once was. Then, a friend introduced her to Ikigai, explaining it as a way to find purpose in everyday life. Maya was skeptical. How could a concept change her reality? But she decided to try. She reflected on what she loved, capturing beauty through her lens, what she was good at, empathy, visual storytelling, what the world needed, hope, connection, and what she could be paid for, her nursing skills, perhaps photography on the side. She started small, taking photos during her walks, sharing them with colleagues. The joy she felt was electric. Eventually, she began volunteering to document hospital events, blending her passion with service. Maya's life didn't transform overnight, but it felt richer, more hers. Her story shows that Ikigai is accessible, no matter how full your plate is. It's about small, intentional shifts that light up your world. Let's dive deeper into the essence of Ikigai, because its power lies in its nuance. In Okinawa, Ikigai is woven into the fabric of daily life. A baker might find her Ikigai in kneading dough, feeding her neighbors, and sharing stories over warm bread. A teacher might find his in sparking curiosity in students, watching their eyes light up as they learn. These aren't grand heroics. They're ordinary moments infused with meaning. Ikigai invites you to ask, what makes you lose track of time? What do you do for its own sake, not for praise or profit? It's not about finding a perfect purpose, but about recognizing the sparks already within you. This is revolutionary in a culture that glorifies hustle and big wins. You're told to chase a singular calling, a dream job, a viral moment. But Ikigai suggests purpose is plural, evolving, and often quiet. It's not about abandoning your responsibilities. It's about weaving meaning into them, whether through a career, a hobby, or a morning ritual. The philosophy challenges the all-or-nothing mindset that traps so many. You might think, I can't pursue my passion because I have bills to pay, or I'm too old to start something new. Ikigai disagrees. It's not about quitting your job to become an artist or moving to a mountaintop. It's about finding balance. Maybe your Ikigai is teaching, and you start by mentoring a colleague. Maybe it's gardening, and you grow herbs on your windowsill. The key is alignment, choosing actions that resonate with your core, even in small doses. This approach is inherently minimalist, asking you to let go of what doesn't serve you, distractions, comparisons, clutter, and focus on what does. It's a continuous process, not a destination. Your Ikigai today might differ from 10 years from now, and that's okay. It's a living, breathing guide, adapting as you grow. The benefits of living with Ikigai are vast, rippling across every area of your life. Mentally, it brings clarity and peace. When you know what matters, the fog of overwhelm lifts. Imagine waking up with a quiet sense of purpose, not because you've solved every problem, but because you know why this day counts. This focus reduces anxiety, replacing it with direction. Emotionally, Ikigai builds resilience. When you're rooted in meaning, setbacks feel less like dead ends. A missed promotion stings, but it doesn't define you when you find joy in other parts of your life, like creating or connecting. Physically, Ikigai can lighten the burden of stress. Okinawan elders who live with Ikigai show lower rates of chronic illness, their bodies buoyed by purpose. When you're engaged in what you love, your shoulders relax, your breath deepens. Spiritually, Ikigai connects you to something greater. It's not always about religion. It's about feeling part of a larger story. Tending a community garden or writing a heartfelt note becomes a quiet act of faith in life's goodness. In relationships, Ikigai fosters authenticity. When you're living your truth, you show up fully, whether it's sharing a passion with a friend or listening deeply to a partner. Picture teaching your child to paint or cooking a meal with love. Those moments create bonds that last. At work, Ikigai transforms routine. A cashier might find purpose in brightening customers' days, a manager in mentoring her team. Even tasks you dislike become bearable when you see them as part of a bigger why. Financially, Ikigai encourages intentionality. Instead of chasing status, you invest in what aligns with your values. You might simplify your lifestyle to free up time for a side project or choose a job that pays less but feels right. This shift eases financial stress, not by magic, but by redefining enough. Environmentally, Ikigai promotes sustainability. When you prioritize quality over quantity, you buy less, waste less, and cherish what lasts. Creatively, Ikigai is a spark. It frees you to play, to experiment, to create without fear of failure. A poet might write for one reader, a dancer move for joy. These benefits aren't abstract. They're tangible, woven into the fabric of your days. Contrast this with life without Ikigai. You might move through your routine on autopilot. checking tasks off but feeling hollow. You chase external rewards, money, likes, approval, but they leave you empty. You compare yourself to others, feeling like you're falling behind. You fill your time with noise, scrolling, shopping, busyness, to avoid the quiet where doubts live. This path is draining, a cycle of striving and dissatisfaction. Ikigai, by contrast, is nourishing. It's not about ignoring reality, it's about meeting it with purpose. Picture two evenings. One spent scrolling, stressed about tomorrow, versus one spent sketching, gardening, or talking with a loved one, feeling alive. Ikigai makes the latter possible, creating a life that's sustainable and deeply yours. So, how do you live your Ikigai now? The process is simple yet profound, built on reflection and action. Start by exploring the four pillars: what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. Set aside an hour with a notebook. For what you love, write down moments when you feel most alive: baking, hiking, storytelling, helping others. Don't censor yourself. No passion is too small. For what you're good at, list skills you enjoy or that others notice: writing, organizing, empathy. For what the world needs, think globally or locally: connection, beauty, support. For what you can be paid for, consider your job, potential side hustles, or volunteer roles that could evolve. Do this over a few days, letting ideas simmer. The goal isn't a perfect answer, but a map of possibilities. Next, seek the overlap. Maybe you love music, you're skilled at teaching, the world needs youth empowerment, and you can be paid as a tutor. Your Ikigai might be coaching kids in a music program. Or you love cooking, you're good at hosting, the world needs community, and you can sell baked goods. Your Ikigai could be hosting dinners that bring people together. Don't feel pressured to overhaul your life. Start small. If your Ikigai involves writing, write for 10 minutes daily. If it's helping others, volunteer once a month. These steps build clarity and momentum. To make it practical, try a daily ritual. Each morning, spend 5 minutes reflecting. What's one way I can live my Ikigai today? It might be calling a friend, planting a seed, or doing a task with care. Write it down and act on it. This habit anchors you in purpose. Another practice is journaling for insight. Each evening, note 3 moments that felt meaningful: a kind word, a creative spark, a quiet pause. Ask, why did this matter? Over weeks, patterns emerge, revealing your Ikigai. If writing feels heavy, reflect silently while walking or sipping coffee. For a bolder step, try a purpose day. Pick a weekend day to live your Ikigai fully. If you love creating, spend hours painting. If it's connecting, host a small gathering. Notice how you feel: energized, whole. This clarifies what lights you up. You can also ask for perspective. Talk to friends or family. What do you think I'm passionate about? What am I good at? Their answers might highlight strengths you overlook, like a gift for listening. Challenges will arise, and that's okay. Ikigai is a journey, not a race. You might feel unclear about your purpose. If so, experiment. Try a new hobby, volunteer, or take a class. Novelty sparks discovery. You might fear you're not good enough or that it's too late. Remind yourself that Ikigai values effort over perfection. A 50-year-old learning guitar is living her Ikigai as much as a prodigy. Time constraints are real, especially with work or family. Start tiny. 5 minutes of a passion daily adds up. Financial limits can feel daunting, but many Ikigai pursuits, writing, teaching, gardening, cost little. If you feel overwhelmed, focus on one pillar, like what you love, and build from there. When resistance hits, pause and ask, what's one small step I can take now? This gentle approach keeps you moving. Ikigai harmonizes with other wisdom traditions, adding depth to its practice. It echoes mindfulness, the art of being present, which helps you notice what brings joy. It aligns with minimalism, letting go of excess to focus on what matters. It resonates with Stoicism's emphasis on controlling your actions, not outcomes. Psychologically, it ties to self-determination theory, which says we thrive with autonomy, competence, and connection. These connections ground Ikigai in a universal quest for meaning, reminding you that you're not alone in seeking a life that feels true. You're part of a timeless human story, one that values purpose over perfection. Let's meet Liam, a 33-year-old office worker who felt trapped in monotony. His job paid the bills but left him drained, his evenings lost to gaming or worrying about debt. He loved hiking but rarely went, thinking it didn't count as a purpose. Reading about Ikigai, he decided to explore. He listed what he loved: nature, adventure; what he was good at: planning, storytelling; what the world needed: environmental awareness; and what he could be paid for: his job, perhaps guiding tours. He started small, leading weekend hikes for friends, sharing stories about local trails. The joy was undeniable. He began volunteering with a conservation group, blending his passion with impact. Liam didn't quit his job, but his life felt fuller, more alive. His story shows that Ikigai is within reach, no matter your starting point. As you live your Ikigai, you'll feel a shift. Your days will feel less fragmented, more cohesive. You'll find joy in the small: brewing tea with care, listening fully, creating something new. You'll worry less about others' opinions, trusting your own path. Your relationships will deepen as you bring your true self to them. Your work, even if not your passion, will feel purposeful when approached with intention. You'll consume less, not from lack, but because meaning fills the gap. This is the abundance of Ikigai, a life rich in moments, not things, a dream life built from daily wins. Now, as you sit with this moment, imagine your Ikigai. You don't need all the answers or a grand plan. You need only the courage to ask, what makes me come alive? What can I do today to honor that? The dream life you seek isn't out there. It's here, in the choices you make now. Picture yourself a month from now, waking with purpose, moving through your day with clarity and joy. That life is yours to claim, starting with one step, one spark. Take a breath. Ask, what's my Ikigai today? Then, with quiet resolve, begin. The world is waiting for you to shine. _separator, _lions, _script, _separator, _.